And visualizations can really help us to tune into a lot of our bodies. And we've gone through that this week, even physical, emotional, mental, even that spiritual body, whatever that means to you, has the ability of linking up and really connecting to each other. And then there's just such incredible magic that occurs. So when we come into this movement is meant to be exploratory. It's also meant to be a space that you can hopefully sit in if it's uncomfortable. And I'll explain more as we get into it. So again, I'm in a sitting down position. If you're sitting, that's great. But if you're in a laying down position, I will modify for you. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to slowly bring one hand up. Doesn't matter which side you start on, but I want you to start by extending and reaching. Now, naturally, when I go into this even dynamic, my whole body starts to change, shift, and move because I know where my side, I know where my areas of tension and tightness are, even though every day it changes. So I'm going to even remind myself, I want you just to bring that hand up quite casually, stretch it, and then I want you to kind of play a little bit with bringing those fingertips forward, bringing those fingertips up, maybe bringing them even back. And you can allow the head to follow that hand and just be so curious of where it wants to go. Or you can kind of allow that head to go in the opposite direction. The goal here is to just create an ever so gentle and subtle side bend with support. And so I'll explain how we're going to create a little bit more support. Even bring that arm up. A lot of us will feel it in our shoulders, our neck, our side body, into the ribs, even into that lower back. So we really want to clarify how a space of gentleness, and I'm probably going to say that several times because I know for a lot of people when they get into these things, into these postures, it gets uncomfortable, but depending on where your mindset is, you're either going to power through it, which I don't want you to do, or you're going to come right out of it, which again, I don't want you to do if you can help it. I want you to find this beautiful kind of comfortable space between the two where you have your resolve, you have that inner space of knowing beyond a shadow of a doubt, who am I? I am being strong and supple at the same time in this moment. And so as I begin to work into the side bend, I don't have to be scared that I'm hurting. My body knows, and I know that I'm working areas out that are really needing some space right now. So as I hold here, my other hand is just going to be placing down on this chair. Now it can be on the forearm, it can be kind of sitting, just so that I can begin to kind of work and begin to expand into my lower hip region as well. Quick crossover. If you're in a laying down position, you can still do this posture. You can still do this visualization. You're laying down, same thing. I want you to bring your arm up over top of your head on the floor. And instead, I want you to really kind of shift almost your entire body into a shape, into kind of like a C shape. And that entire body has the opportunity for support. And as you're laying down on the floor, again, you can do this sitting up or laying down. I'm just giving two options here. As you're laying down on the floor and you're going into this gentle C shape, just really create what it feels like to push that arm into the floor behind you. Maybe bend the elbow a little bit and push and rotate your head on the floor. Get into that creative niche, even though you might be and choose to be in a laying down position, okay? So wherever you are, and again, we're just exploring here. We're beginning to feel how that side body is doing and really working for us. Rotate the arm, bend the elbow a little bit, straighten it again, but just don't come out of the posture quite yet. There can be so many different feelings and sensory stuff that's going on in the body. There can be heat, there can be cold. Go with it with such an open, curious mind, okay? Try not to allow any fear or allow any other emotions to kind of go through that. Wherever you are, taking the last deep breath in, this exploratory journey. And then inhale, on the exhale, slowly coming up and just rotating that arm out. And a lot of the time you'll feel, again, heat, cold, you'll feel all sorts of stuff. For my body this morning, it's definitely heating up. Just got out of the shower, so it's all the sensations, it's all the feelings. But again, I'm just going to kind of stretch, breathe. Reminder to self, reminder to you, breathe. And I'm just going to kind of just shake it out a little bit. readjust, allow my body to integrate what I've just done for it and done with it. Then I come back to, again, my center space. So as soon as you work one side of your body, you come back to your center space. Always important to kind of retune in. So you kind of just notice, okay, one side's been worked, the other side's going to feel different. Or is it? Listen and talk to your body and see. Then when you're ready, we're going to switch to the other side. So again, when you're at the other side, double check. This visualization is super powerful, and it's the ability for it to really start to get the cerebral fluid going up and down your spine, which is really, really important for our vitality, is there. It's a powerhouse visualization and movement. However, we have to really be mindful of that solidity.